And that blew me away. And he said, you know, I feel like you wrote this for me. And that was the first time as a young man I felt like my words had importance. And so through theater and film, mostly really theater, stage, I said, well, I want to be a part of something that's saying something. I want to be a part of something that's, you know, that needs to be put out there. And acting became that instrument for me, and I became so fortunate to then learn it as a business and then go on and just be fortunate enough to, as you know, De Niro says, you know, you want to be in a room at the end of the day with just a bunch of survivors. That's the journey, you know, and that's been a blessing.
Thank you.
You have mentioned that you're a big Biggie fan. I'm a hip hop fan myself.
All right.
And I know you worked on the movie Notorious.
Yes.
So how was that whole experience, and was that kind of like a dream come true for you?
It was surreal for me. I knew Biggie before Biggie became Biggie. It was so funny. We all hung out in Brooklyn on Gates Avenue, Clinton, Washington, and there's this building. It's so funny. We almost want to make a television show of it because Kimora Simpson lived on the 3rd floor. My buddies lived on the 5th floor. Around the corner, Biggie and Junior Mafia and Little Kim and Rivera around the corner. All these guys, you know, just became really, really passionate about the music industry and really followed through. So it was surreal, you know, and I through the times of knowing him, I never knew his mother. And Miss Wallace, doing that movie with her on the set every single day was just mind-blowing, touching, and profound. It was really such an honor and pleasure. You know, I got to play one of the guys who I really didn't know, Wayne Barrow, who was his manager, and his other cousin, Mark Pitts. And it was just a testament to, you know, I think sometimes you go through the journey and people say, you know, this is tough times, you know, or times are great. And everybody appreciates good times, but nobody really knows how to appreciate the rough times. And you just got to stay the course and never waver, you know. You can't go left, you can't go right, you just got to go straight ahead and deal with whatever it is you got to deal with. And being on that film, that movie was really surreal because it was like, wow, we're going back here, you know. And I probably was the only person on the cast who, you know, was doing it as from an actor's standpoint, who knew him. So it was just a blessing, and so anything that I wanted to lend, anything that I could lend to, you know, to do that and be a part of it. So.
Well, good luck, and hopefully the movie does really good. I'll go see it.
It looks, you know what, it looks really great. Everyone's really wonderful. The cat who plays Biggie is phenomenal, and I think you're really, really going to enjoy it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello.
Alexa, I was just wondering how, like, if you got asked to be in the show or if you actually auditioned and how that went.
No, I auditioned. You know, I saw the material and I looked at the material and I looked at where they wanted to go with it, and I was like, this is not for me. You know, and I was like, and I don't really even know what the supernatural is. And my agent, one of my agents, assistants, Kat, she's a really big supernatural fan. Just like, you go. And so my interpretation of the character, you know, when I read it, I just said, well, actually, this is kind of fun. I mean, you know, it's you know, it's not often in life, honestly, you can just walk around and be so dismissive. Yes, 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 you know, whatever. Anyway, you know, great. You know, so, you know, it was, you know, a lot of fun just to put the spin on that character. And, you know, I was also impressed and grateful when they said, you know, come on up here and come hang out and do the show. So, yeah.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi Malik, how are you?
Hello.
I'm Tricia. Nice to meet you. Someone actually already answered a question I was going to ask, but another question that I have is, who is your favorite actor of all time, and which actor has inspired you the most?
My favorite actor of all time, Paul Robinson. Yeah, I always loved the incredible range, but I also loved the complex innuendos of his life throughout not only the country in that time as being performed, but international. I just found it to be really, really phenomenal. I also have to say, James Earl Jones and Gregory Hines was my mentor. And I did Gregory Hines' movies, directorial debut, and I got to work with him on the stage with him and Sam Jackson and Ruben Santiago Hudson and all these great performers and Wesley Snipes when I was a young kid. And I remember even Keith David, we have another movie coming out together, and he said, "Kid, you keep dropping the lines." It's like, I said my line, I don't even know what you're talking about. They were like, "Kid, you keep dropping the line, don't drop the line." And they would pass on all of these different wonderful tools that at the time I really didn't understand, and then time went on. But I would also never forget what Gregory Hines told me and James Earl Jones. I was about 14 or 15, and I did the show, and he came and he said, And I said, "What do you think? I need a movie. I'm great." You know what I'm saying? I don't know, where's the movie at? You know, and he was like, "Calm down." I was like, "Calm down. I mean, I need a movie now." And he said, "You're good. You're good enough to be in a movie. You're talented enough to make it happen." He says, "But there's a difference." He goes, "A lot of people come out and they see their shooting star, and they go, 'Oh my God, honey, God, did you see that? It was amazing. It was so incredible.' And some people come out every night and they go, 'Hey, honey, there goes our star.' And those are two different things. If you want to be in the business and hit the mark, or if you want to stay around and have longevity." And he just broke me down in such the quickest moment. I just said, "Man, I got to go back and study and train." And I was fortunate enough to work with Herbert Berghoff, and he helped me so much as well, because while I was training with him, at one point he said, "Kid, if you can do this in this classroom, then you can go get an Oscar and something. So don't ever come back in this classroom again. Just go learn by doing." And so that was a blessing, along with Gregory Hines' fortitude that he gave me. I remember we'd be filming, and Quentin Tarantino and all these other people, and like, "Gregory, we gotta get the shot. We're losing a line. We're burning millions of dollars here." And he'd go, "I'm talking to Malik." "Wait, so Malik, what are you doing tomorrow?" And I'm like sitting there, I'm like, "We really gotta go, right?" "Stop. What are you doing tomorrow?" And so we sit there, and he taught me so much that this is a very, very needed now kind of industry and so forth. But the world really is not going to blow up. And you can calm down, and you can do it right, and you can get it right, and you can keep it all in perspective and balance. And I just was so impressed that for so many people who would fall under that pressure, it was just like a walk in the park. So, yeah, that's it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. And one more thing I just want to say, I've loved your character from the beginning. When you were a night shifter, I loved you. And although you were an enemy of the Winchesters, but I still loved you, and you really, really gave the character justice. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for coming.
Oh, thank you.